Hello everyone. Today we have a yoga and Pilates fusion workout. So I have little 3-pound weights here, I have a band, and I have a block. You can do all the things without all of those things if you don't have them or just don't want to use them. But we'll go ahead and get started right away. I'm just showing you what I have here. Getting started in child's pose. Come to table, bring your toes to touch and your knees wider than your hips. Walk your hands out and bring your forehead towards the ground. Don't worry if your glutes don't touch your heels. Don't worry if your forehead doesn't touch the mat. Just do what you can. Be where you are. Don't force it. And breathe deeply. Focusing on any stretch or sensation you may be experiencing, walk your hands over to the right. Keep your left glute reaching towards your left heel. Inhale to center, walk your hands over toward the left. Keep your right glute reaching towards your right heel. Feel the length in the right side of your body. And walk your hands in towards center again. Option to bend at the elbows for a little bit of an extra tricep stretch. And then return to table. Begin with cat-cows. Inhale, look forward, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine, look towards your knees. Inhale, shoulder blades together. Exhale, separate those shoulder blades as much as possible. A few more rounds. Sync up your breathing. Return to a neutral spine and we'll begin a spinal balance, sending your right heel back and your left arm forward. Right heel in line with right glute, left bicep in line with the ear. Exhale, crunch underneath, bringing the knee and the elbow together. Round the spine, just like you did in your cat-cow poses. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bring the knee and the elbow towards one another underneath you. Keep the right foot flexed. And return to tabletop. We'll do a little bit of a wrist stretch here. Take your right fingers, face them towards your right knee, flipping your arm around. Rock back and forth. And now let's switch sides. Take the left leg back, the right arm forward, right arm in line with right ear, left heel in line with left glute. Exhale, crunch underneath you. Inhale, extend your limbs out long again. And repeat, syncing your breath to the movement. Inhales, send your arm and leg out. Exhales, bring your knee and elbow in. Focus on the core here. Focus on the glute. And return to table. Now take the left hand, flip it around so the fingers are facing the knee, and rock back and forth. We have a combo move next, a tricep push-up to a tap of the ankles in a down dog. So feel free to look up at the video if need be. First, your tricep push-up, perhaps on your knees. And then shift to plank into down dog, taking left hand to right ankle and then right hand to left ankle, and return to your tricep push-up. In your tricep push-up, keep your core strong. Keep your elbows close to the sides of your body. Elbows going back as you bend them, not towards the sides like a traditional push-up. Come back to your tabletop. Send your right foot back. Lift your right heel into the air and lower it back down, engaging the right glute, keeping the core strong. Push through all corners of the hands. Now pulse at the top. All right, 90-degree bend in the knee, donkey kicks from here, lower the knee and lift, foot flexed. When you're bringing your knee up, do not overarch the low back. All right, from your highest position here, take the right knee over towards the left side of the left calf, and then back up. Don't let the lower back overarch, and stop at the top of the range of motion. Pulse here. Almost done with this side. Curl the toes under, lift the knees off the ground and hold. Strong core. Look about a foot in front of your fingers. Keep your gaze. Not much longer. Lower the knees. Send the left leg back, up and down with the left leg. And pulse at the top. It's always easier on the second side because you know what we're doing next. All right, donkey kick from here. Press the bottom of the left foot up toward the ceiling. Feel the left glute engage. And now take the left knee to the right side of the right calf and then back to the top of the range of motion from the donkey kick. And hold at the top, pulse here, and lower the knee. Wonderful. Toes together, knees wide, send the seat back, child's pose. Resting for a moment. Take the right arm underneath the left, thread the needle here. Deep breath in, long, slow breath out. And other side. Creating space in the upper back body, creating mobility in the spine, and back to child's pose, into a tabletop, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Lengthening the hamstrings, send the right leg up into the air. Hold here. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow, three-legged dog. Right knee into the center, and three-legged dog. The right foot plants between the hands. Lower the left knee, hands up towards the sky, low lunge. This is where I'm grabbing my small weights, curling my back toes under and lifting the back knee as I curl and lowering the back knee down. Keep the front knee over the front ankle, press through the front heel. And now high lunge hinge. As we step back and tricep extend at the same time. Keep low, almost like a chair pose when you bring the left leg in And then you send it back as you send your arms back. Stop at the top, and left leg now goes out to the side, keeping the weights at the chest. Again, you can do all of these moves without the weights. And lower the weights down. All right, come to stand. From here, arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Bending one knee and then the other. Hang loose here. Let your head hang heavy. Sway side to side, whatever feels good. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step or hop it back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, left leg into the sky, left knee, left elbow, three-legged dog, left knee, right elbow, three-legged dog, left knee in towards the center, three-legged dog, left foot plants between the hands, lower the back knee, keep the toes curled under, arms up towards the sky. From here, go ahead and grab your weights if using them. And begin to lunge curl. For extra challenge, do not set the right knee down on the ground. Just bring it to a hover as you press through the heel of your left foot. Excellent. Go ahead, come to a pause, return to high lunge, to a chair, and then step your right leg back as you tricep extend. Strong core. I say it 50 million times per video, but it's very important. I have to remind myself all the time of that. All right, step the right foot out to the right. Go lower than you think you can. Almost there. Beautiful. Come to stand. Bring your arms to your sides. Drop the weights. Arms out and up. Exhale, fold, flat back for as long as possible. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hang out here for a sec. Inhale all the way up to a standing position. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step or hop it back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up into the sky and pulse there. Press into all corners of your hands. Feel free to come onto the tippy toes of the left foot if need be. And right foot between the hands. Grab the weights. Warrior 2. Back foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. We're going to curl the weights in towards our shoulders as we pulse with the front knee. Straightening the front leg and then bending it. As we straighten, we bring the weights in. As we bend, we send them back out into our Warrior 2 pose. Feel free to drop the weights. And from here, bring the front foot parallel to the front edge of the mat to enter into goddess pose with the heels in and the toes out, knees going in the same direction as the toes. As we go down into our goddess squat, we bring our elbows in towards our sides. As we stand, we send the elbows out, almost like the letter X. Inhale to lower, exhale to stand. Almost there. Wonderful. Bring the weights into the center of the chest and goddess squat. Get low and pulse up and down. Returning to our warrior two, parallel the back foot to the back edge of the mat. Front toes face forward. Reverse warrior. And exhale to frame the foot, runner's lunge. Release the weights, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel goes into the sky, and we pulse here. And we bring that left foot in between the hands, grab the weights, warrior two on this side, parallel the back foot to the back edge of the mat. Wrists in line with shoulders, set up. Now flip the palms facing the sky, and we do the same motion, curling in towards the shoulders, and we straighten and bend the front leg. Wonderful. Bring the weights to the chest, entering that goddess pose again. Parallel the front foot, heels in, toes out, and get down low and hold. No pulses this time, no star pose this time, just holding. Engage the outer glutes to draw the knees back. The knees are going in the same direction as the toes. Press through the heels to stand. Return to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale, frame the foot, runner's lunge, drop the weights, plant the hands, step the left foot back. Just kidding. Step the right foot up to meet the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. Exhale, hands at prayer, center of the chest. Take a moment, take a breath. Notice how you feel, how your body feels. Readjust your clothing if need be. Here I am grabbing the band, placing it around my thighs. Grabbing the weights as well, bringing them to my chest. From here, we're going to step squat backward and forward. So take a look at the video if need be. Keeping the weights towards my shoulders, squatting down, and then stepping back on an angle and repeating with the opposite leg. And then once you are at the back of your mat or space, do the opposite. Go forward. Step forward on an angle. Take the other foot to meet it, and then do the same. Sit low. Can you guess what I'm going to say? Core strong. Slow and in control. More reps doesn't mean that you got a better workout. Quality reps means you've got a great workout. All right, come to stand once you've reached the top of your mat. Next, we are bringing our arms to a half curl position, and then sending them out and in as we lift one leg off the ground. Take a look at the video if need be. As we bring the weights out, we lower the knee. As we bring the weights in, we raise the knee. This is definitely a core move. Feel free to lose the band and or weights if you are using them. Come back to stand, lower the weights down, readjust your band if you need to, meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, chair pose. Send the seat back. Biceps in line with the ears, palms facing one another. Hold. Hands at prayer. Walk the feet in toward one another and bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Try not to lean forward as you do this. Come back to center, left elbow to the right side of the right knee. Back to center, come to stand. Reach down, grab your weights, come back to stand, and here we go on the other side. This time we're doing a front raise with the weights, palms facing down, bringing the knee up as we bring the weights up and lowering them all together as well. Almost there. And lower the weights. Remove the band. Arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step or hop it back. Downward facing dog. From our down dog, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Return to down dog and repeat. Strengthen the core. And opposite side. Stay strong. Downward facing dog, lower the knees. And come to sit for a moment. Stretch out the neck, do some twists. Lengthen the arms, roll out the wrists, readjust the clothes, all the things. From here, we're going to swing our legs out in front of us, grab our band, take the band around the left foot, grab it with the right hand, and start rowing, bringing the elbow in line with the rib cage, squeezing the back muscles, and extending the arm back towards the left foot. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders flat on the back. The shoulder that is of the arm that you are using is obviously not going to stay flat, but just trying to exaggerate your posture here. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky, root down through the sitting bones. And row. Now hold. Hold, hold, hold. Notice the back muscles you are using and release. Grab it with both hands. Row your hands in towards your diaphragm, the center of your ribs, below your chest. Using both hands, palms face up. Same thing, stay nice and strong in the core, nice and tall in the spine. Really focus on the muscles you're using while you are moving. Now drop the right hand and just use the left. Our posterior chain is so important. Our posture is so important. And when you strengthen your back, you strengthen your posture, protecting your spine, helping you age so gracefully. And hold, 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 90-degree Bend at the elbow, elbow in line with ribs, and release. Go ahead and switch feet. We're going to start with the arm you're already using, the left arm. And once again, very similar motion. It's just coming from a different angle, given that now the band is on the opposite foot. And so that's where that happens. That's the very slight difference between what you had just done and what you're doing now. But then after this, about 3 more repetitions, we're going back to using both hands. All right, last one here. Extend the arm, grab it with the other hand as well, and row in with both. You can play with your hands here in the sense that you can face the palms down rather than up. And drop the left hand back to the right. Same motion, same thing. Hold. Go ahead and release the band completely, and we will bring the band now around our thighs, coming to lay flat on your back so we can do bridge variations. This first variation, I'm putting the block underneath my foot. Feel free to not do that. And we send our hips high into the sky. Pressing into both feet, lifting the hips towards the sky. You'll feel it in one glute more so than the other if you're using a block underneath the foot, but need not if you don't have one. If you're feeling this more in your hamstrings than your glutes, walk your heels in. If you're feeling it more in your quads and uncomfortably in your knees, walk your feet out. And release. Switch the block underneath the opposite foot. Same thing, bridge. Press through all 4 corners of the feet, not so much the toes though. Squeeze the glutes at the top of the range of motion, strong core. And hold at the top. Almost done. Lower down, kick the block away, and now we're just doing bridges without the block. You more so want to try to get your low back to touch the ground than your glutes when you're lowering down. Now hold at the top of the range of motion. And release. Roll on to your left side. Feel free to prop your head up with your left hand. Feet in line with glutes, knees bent, and clamshell here. Feel free to drop the band if you would like. Keep your hips stacked upon one another, core strong. And what I mean by that is that when you're lifting your right knee into the air, you aren't leaning backwards as well. You want your whole torso to stay exactly where it is as you lift the right knee. All right, from here, extend the top leg, the right leg out long, angle the toes down and the heel more towards the ceiling, and lift and lower. Same cues for the torso though. And return back to your clamshell. From here, hug yourself with your bottom arm and use the top arm to push the ground away as you lift yourself up, feeling this in your tricep, perhaps your bicep. A great upper body weight move. All right, switching sides. Set up for success on the other side. Feet in line with the glutes, knees bent, and clamshell. Keeping the core strong. Feel free to use your arm as a pillow, but if you do that, don't lose the strengthening in your core. You want to keep your core tight, almost as if someone's about to tickle you, and you don't want to be tickled. So you tense up your core. All right, lengthen the top leg out long, angle the toes down, the heel towards the ceiling, lift and lower. If your glute is burning, mine is too. Go ahead and give it a pat. All right, here we go. Hug yourself with your bottom arm. Push the ground away with your top arm. Wonderful. Roll onto your back, remove the band, and lay down. From here, bring your knees in towards your chest. Grab your shins. Left leg out long, right knee in towards your chest. Move the right shin to the left and to the right. Pause in stillness. Wonderful. Bring the right foot down to the ground. Press the foot into the ground to lift the hips up and move them over to the right, and then bring your right knee over towards the left. When you move your hips over before you do that twist, you are helping your spine stay in the same line rather than not moving your hips, and then your lower spine gets really cranky because you're cranking it over towards the other side. It makes sense if you feel it. Try doing it both ways, and I'm sure you'll see the difference. A few more breaths here. Almost done. Untwist, recenter your hips, take your shins in, do some circles, massage the low back, leave the left shin in, extend the right leg out long, go left and right, creating motion in the hips. And come to stillness. Plant the left foot down, lift the hips off the ground, move them over to the left, and then twist the left knee over toward the right. Untwist. Bring both knees to a bend and the feet flat on the ground. Walk your feet as wide as the mat. Let your knees cave in toward one another. Give yourself a nice big hug. Or do a tricep stretch. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, for showing up on the mat. Let me know what you thought of this down in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.